morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Here we go. A second cup. We've got Taylor in for Ed this morning. Taylor, glad to have you.
Always happy to be here with the cuppies. Always a good time. Ed is enjoying some well-deserved time off, so I get to hang out with you guys today and tomorrow.
He needs to recharge a little bit.
Recharge, reset. He'll come back all happy and cheery.
Yeah, I tell him that he ebbs and flows.
Yeah, you know how he gets.
He needs to flow. He needs to flow a little bit, and that'll happen
Flow.
after his vacay.
Ed and flow.
He eds and flows. Hey, that's a good one. I like that. I can't believe it. No, he's a trip. We're excited to have him back. I think he's back not quite next Monday, but next week. Then it's his birthday coming up. I know your birthday's coming up. It's a big birthday month at Channel 7.
Yeah, big birthday's coming up. Shout out to all the April babies, Aries, Tauruses, good stuff going on. I also have the meteor shower happening like into my birthday, because my birthday's Sunday.
What do you think that means for your upcoming year?
I don't know. Maybe
things falling from the sky for your...
I can wish upon a star and then all my dreams will come true
so
for
cute.
my 26th year, which would be insane.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Mom, well, happy early birthday.
Oh,
I'm sure we'll get to
thanks.
celebrate, actually.
Yes,
Mom, I'm
yes.
glad you're with us this morning because I sent you that script. I took a really quick picture of our script this morning and sent it to my mom because she loves stuff like that. So John has the picture or the info for the meteor shower. Do you have that graphic maybe that Aaron made? If you don't, I can pull it up. I shared the one on Facebook. Let's see here.
Yeah, he basically says get away from downtown Buffalo. He said go inland,
Yeah.
maybe like Clarence, like East Aurora, somewhere would like help you out as far as seeing the eclipse. And I think it's Saturday night into Sunday morning. That's the best time to see it.
Okay. Hold on. I think I got it right here.
Kay's pulling it up.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
So this is what I shared. This was Aaron's graphic for it. The Lyran meteor shower, peak Saturday. Yeah, so I said, Aaron, what time Saturday? Because I was hoping he'd be like, 9 p.m. And then you could just go outside and see a couple meteors and be like, woo, call it a night, be in bed by 10. You know, that's what I like to do on my weekends.
Not possible.
He said between 2 and 5 a.m. on Sunday is the best time to see it.
Yeah.
But if you look to the east in open areas, 10 to 20 meteors an hour. That's cool.
What? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
My-
That sounds cool. Okay, that's got to be a good
My
time.
mom's been
for a
paying
birthday.
attention. She's supposed to lie flat on her back with her feet facing east.
Yes, he did say that. Flat on your back, feet facing east. Look up meteor shower. 10 to
Linda
20
says,
now.
ooh, Linda's house is the perfect spot. Linda,
We're all coming to hang out in your
should
backyard.
we all go lay in your backyard and put our feet to the east?
Happy meteor party.
Cuppy meteor party.
Howard says, just like the eclipse, it will be cloudy.
Howard, want. No, Aaron says it's supposed to be partly cloudy, so we should be able to see some.
We cannot enjoy celestial phenomena.
Jeanette, you're not wrong. Part of Buffalo's a little more interested in astrology now.
Yeah, just a tad.
I think
So
so.
you have a once-in-a-generation event happen in your city.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll make you care a little bit more about
And
nature.
it was one of those things too where we had the partial eclipse last time. I remember everybody's like, it wasn't even that good, blah, 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 back in 2017. And then this one was like, even if you
Whoa.
didn't see it, the darkness was so cool.
I think nature's having a moment right now. We're in our nature era.
Mhm.
All of us as people. Plus, it is going to be a beautiful day, 60 degrees,
Yeah.
sunny. Like, we've been waiting for this.
Linda says we can all go over to her house.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Sure, we have lots of room.
My mom's also laughing because it's technically astronomy, not
Astronomy.
Astrology is more
Oh,
the
yeah,
like
you did say that.
tying in. Right? You know, Mom, we're
That's
into,
the
we're
Aries
into
and the
both.
Tauruses who are having their
Yeah, that's the
birthdays.
Aries, right? Exactly. Okay, so I wanted to let everybody know about that because that's cool. Oh, Howard is going to be up during that time, sitting on his back porch facing east, hoping to see something. Okay, so join us on Monday, Howard, and let us know if you saw something.
Marguerite says, who's going to help us get up once we lay down
Thank
to
you.
see the meteor showers? Yeah, that's the tough part is the like, post-meteor shower.
Thank you.
Wish upon the meteor and it'll give you the superhuman strength. To
I
get
kind of
on.
wanted to ask Aaron something.
You remember.
John, is Aaron in that other room? No, he's not. Okay.
We'll
darn it.
find him.
I remember when I was working nights here, so it was 10 years ago, that there was a really big meteor shower the one summer. Maybe somebody will remember what this was, or maybe it happens every summer. I don't know enough about it. And I remember it was Aaron, he was working nights at that time too, saying, check and watch the skies on your way home and whatever. And I was driving home and I saw a meteor and I was like, oh my God. And then I parked and I lived right near Delaware Park at the time. And I saw people, this is what made me look up to the sky. I saw people crossing the street Parkside holding chairs. And I thought, oh, they're going to see that meteor shower. Cause it was probably like midnight when I got off work. And I parked in my driveway and I just looked up in my backyard and I saw like 3 or 4 of them. It was
That's cool.
so cool.
I saw one around the summer too. Remember, like it was my last day on the morning show. Actually, we had that. There was like that plane crash way down, like an hour or two away. On my drive down there, I did see a meteor. on the way down, which is really
Yeah.
magical. What is a meteor, by the way?
Do you mind answering a couple real quick questions on Second Cup? You can just kind of talk into my mic.
We need you to nerd out for us.
You eating? Are you're heating up your food? Okay, just a couple really quick questions.
Okay.
Here, I'll just scoot over. We don't even have the camera ready for you.
Okay.
I know you're too tall. So my question was, do you remember you're gonna be like, why did you call me here for this? Do you remember 10 years ago, you were working nights, I was working nights.
Yeah.
There was a really big meteor shower, and on the way home, you were telling
Oh, yeah, we
everybody.
both saw it.
Yeah, and what was that? Was
Probably
it?
the Perseus meteor shower.
And does it happen every year?
Yes.
But it was a really good time to see it or something like
well,
that?
like the moon wasn't that bright. That plays a big factor. And of course, we were leaving at night. So
Yeah,
you could
yeah, it
see
was
then.
midnight. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember I saw a bunch of them, and I remembered because I saw people walking across to Delaware Park holding chairs.
Yeah. I mean, which is pretty impressive. You can see them in Delaware Park. Just
Yeah.
want to
Too
get
close
out
to
of
the city.
Buffalo.
No, I
with
saw a
all the
bunch of
light
them.
pollution. I
Yeah.
remember we both saw a bunch.
Yeah.
But if you can get inland in some of those areas that don't have as many streetlights, that don't have as much, many
Yeah.
larger buildings, you could probably see a fair amount. This is our first big meteor shower, from January to mid-April, minus the eclipse. It's pretty quiet,
Mhm.
with astronomy.
Yeah.
Well, we had the eclipse last week, and now we've got this. Started yesterday and runs through the end of the month. But Saturday night into Sunday morning, that's the peak.
A meteor is what exactly?
That is debris in the atmosphere.
Oh.
So that you can see if it were to stay together and hit the ground, then that's a meteorite.
Space stuff.
Space stuff.
Gosh. You okay there, bud?
I did my best.
I was dying to be like, push. I just give you a little shove right
Yeah.
over.
Pretty sure it is.
Melly says, you're so tan. She's so jealous. Kim
This
says,
is a
nice
nice
shirt.
shirt.
Oh, thanks.
Boy, a lot of compliments for Aaron.
Well,
Wow.
Maybe I'll stay more.
Get out of here.
That's
Get
enough
out
for
of
you.
here.
Thank you, Aaron. It's
Oh,
been a
more for
pleasure,
us.
as always. We got to let him go heat up his food because he forgot his food this morning.
Oh,
Okay.
heated. Time to eat it.
Got to eat his food now. It's been a morning for
Cool.
this poor guy. Jim says he says he's cranky as he walked out there. Jim says there's space junk.
Yeah.
Um,
Junk in space.
yeah. All right. So there you go. Wanted to let you know all about that. That's so funny.
No one wants to see my junk flying through the air.
No, right when he kneels, he's like, so funny. All right. Let's talk about hurdle parking.
Yeah, a couple people had, already commented on this saying, you know what, no parking issues because I don't live in Buffalo anymore. I don't have to go to Buffalo anymore because it's just kind of.
Oh, the suburb people are
Right?
chiming in. The
But how
rural
annoying
folks.
Is it? Every time you come into the city, especially if you don't have to deal with it, you're like,
You sound like the people I know who drive in from the city or from the suburbs and are like, "There's never anywhere to park in Buffalo," and I'm like, sometimes you have to walk a block, but
Yeah.
there's always a place to park. I get it. Hurdle's busy, and sometimes you might have to walk a few blocks, but we go there all the time. We never have parking, we never have a problem parking. And I am also not a rule breaker, and you guys know this if you've been watching Second Cup. I don't break rules. I would never
Really?
park in that
A
Walgreens
rule?
parking lot and not go to Walgreens ever.
honestly, me too.
People do it all the time.
Well, yeah, because Saturdays, Sundays, there's brunch going on. People are out and about shopping. I mean, Hurdle can be a poppin' area. So, get
I
all your
love
stuff
it,
done on the
yeah.
weekend. But there's just really nowhere to park. They have that street parking, and you can get 5 or 6 cars out in front where you
Oh,
need to
there's
be.
plenty of parking. You might have to park a little bit further down
Oh.
Hurdle or come down Wellington, come down Sterling, come down North Park.
But who wants to do all of that and find side street parking? Because everyone who lives there is parked there. So you got to
Ah.
hope you get lucky. And then as soon as you get lucky, there's a fire hydrant right there, and you got to turn all the way around.
All right. Well, everybody, if you've been in the area, you know this parking lot at Parkside and Hurdle. It's the Walgreens there, and we all go to Walgreens. Okay. If you live in that area, you got to swing by that Walgreens for something. I don't care if you I don't get my prescriptions there, but I swing by there for
Yeah,
different stuff.
That's my pharmacy. So I have to go there all the time. And then for a while, there were signs up that was hey, don't park here if you're not a Walgreens customer.
Right.
And then recently signs went up that were well, now you have to pay to park here.
Yeah.
So people started freaking out, of course.
So, okay, my mom's friend Teresa, and she's a North Buffalo person. She says she agrees with me. Bob says he'll walk 2 blocks to have breakfast at Bertha's. Have you ever had breakfast at Bertha's? Paul is obsessed with Bertha's.
Where's Bertha's?
It's right on Hurdle. It's right near the North Park Theater.
I've never had Bertha's.
My husband loves this place. It's pretty small, perspective
I
wise.
think I've seen them before.
It's it's on the same side of the street, right near the North Park.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this man loves Bertha's. And he goes, "You want to go to Bertha's? You want to go to Bertha's?" You know who goes there a lot? It's the firefighters. So
You might just
those-
have to walk from home at that point because you're not going to get parking.
oh my God, Taylor, you'll find a place to park.
Where?
No, but they a lot of times the firefighters will get off duty because they get off in the morning.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes I won't hear from him. It'll be like 11 o'clock. And I'm like, do you go home and fall asleep? Oh, I'm just leaving
Just went to
Bertha's.
Bertha's.
So
But there's
just
so
a
many Bertha's and,
quick
nice
breakfast
places
special.
to go.
Mhm.
Exactly. But you want to go to all these places on Hurdle, but if you can't find a parking spot, that's so annoying. And where else can people park?
So Jeanette says her family acts like it's an adventure to visit her in North Buffalo. She has a driveway and you can park it nicely on the street. It isn't that bad, right? Exactly. Howard says, what about the people who live there and can't park because of all the space being occupied by visitors? You know what? Our street's the same way. It's the price you pay when you're living in the city. Like it just is what it is. If you bought a house in the city and you don't have parking in your driveway, that's what happens, and you're kind of used to it. Like I lived in an apartment for a long time. We didn't have designated parking, so we just parked on the street, and you just dealt with it. Part of life.
Yeah, but I mean, this situation feels like it's in need of a solution. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? This is
mhm.
one thing, like, you find some parking, but if enough people are just trying to use the parking lot that's
Right.
across the street, but that's Walgreens parking lot,
Right.
something has to be done.
So I mean, you guys, I can't take the rule breaking. It makes my stomach. Everything
Some
makes my
people
stomach.
do.
Like I can't do it.
Now, can you get a ticket for that?
Well, so I would watch people. This is before these signs went up. I would watch them park in the parking lot and walk right across the street to Costco's. Bold, like really bold.
Yeah.
They didn't even go into Walgreens.
No, yeah, I would at least fake it if I was
I'm
going
like,
to go
go
shop around the
Yeah.
lotion aisle. And
I
then
couldn't
come
do
out.
it. Never could do it. But so that I do get it. It would be nice for those restaurants. You've got Costas, you've
Yeah.
got Bob and John's, there's
Right there.
Dell's there, you've got Hurdles. Like
Grandma Mora's right up there.
it'd be nice for those people to have a lot. And I didn't hate the idea of making it a designated pay lot because people were doing it anyways.
Yeah.
Now you risk getting towed if you don't pay.
would
You should be
stink.
paying, frankly. Like
Yeah,
if
for
it, I
sure.
don't know. It didn't really bother me when they were putting those signs up. Turns out it didn't really fit with the city permit though.
Yeah,
The-
you have to
The
kind
green
of
code has to change.
get some clearances before those things happen. But they said they looked at changing the green code so we could get more parking
Yeah.
on the Hurdle area.
Peter says, I've had issues parking on Hurdle. I'm from the suburbs. I don't want to park in the middle of nowhere and walking to the destination.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I would do. I would park on like Wellington and walk down. Like you get your steps in.
like I had my mom here a couple weeks ago when we were trying to go to the Monocle that's like right by
yeah.
Tamar.
Super cool.
Do like furniture shopping and stuff
Yep.
like that. And she doesn't want to walk super, super far. And she's, a
Come
guest in
on.
town.
Your mom gets on the Peloton every morning.
Yeah. And then when she's on vacation, she doesn't want to move 2 feet.
That's it.
Lay on the couch. So I'm like trying to find parking and I'm trying to like pull up. I'm like, all right, you get out. I'm gonna see if I can find a spot. There's like a back alley that I know over here. Like it's just a pain to have to worry about even where to park.
Right. So Joyce says there's no solution, but if you want to do Hurdle, be prepared to walk. But here's the other good thing too. Like if you do park a little bit further down, you're going to go buy a couple really cute stores.
So not only did you walk, you also spent all your money.
Yeah, sometimes I
And
do
you
that.
can go home broken tired.
Yeah. Kim's laughing because she said she used to park in that lot. Now Mary says they should consider a ramp. Teresa wants people to know, listen, there is
Oh.
the public parking lot on the block of Hurdle before the North Park Theater.
Where?
Let's see here. Marianne says she would pay to park there. Mary, now here's the thing. She's not wrong. Problems are for the people who can't walk far,
Mhm.
right? If you're not just being lazy, if you have a hard time walking, totally get that. There are handicap accessible spots right in front of
But
Costas.
how many people who are actually handicapped are in those spots?
or are able to get that parking should other
Sure.
people be there. I get that. I do hear. I understand. Oh, Connie says, why do you have to pay for everything? Should be free to park if you're spending money on other goods. Well,
Preach, Connie. I don't have any money left, especially not to park. And if I'm going for breakfast or wherever, I'm going to spend money. Last thing I want to do is pay to park and get there.
so I am a big not pay to park person in that. Listen, I would pay to park if it was the rule, but like I know the city pretty well, so I can always find a free spot. Like going downtown,
Any spot's
you
free
can
for me.
usually. Like on Hurdle, if you park in the side streets and you walk a little further, that's free.
Yeah.
Parking on Hurdle will cost you money because you're in that zone. I think it's 17 there. When my mom and I go to Shays, we park on Delaware, free. So then you can walk like 4 blocks.
Shades is a thing I do
Shades.
believe in parking far away and walking.
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I will absolutely do that.
In and out. In and out. It's our secret spot. Don't
Yeah.
tell everybody, guys.
Well, now we're all going to park there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let's see here. Adam Campos says he's telling on himself, but he would just risk the ticket.
I do the same thing.
Joy says her husband can't do the walking, so she'll drop him off and then he
Car.
parks the car. Connie says, yeah,
Right.
she's the same way. Mary says, why does parking in the city cost, but in the suburbs not? Because it's at a premium here. There's more people and
I'm telling you,
There's
it's
not
not
much
free.
space.
It's not costing you any money if you just park there and say a prayer.
Jordan's laughing.
They're not
She's
gonna
saying
get you.
any spot can be free.
That's what I'm saying. You just park your car, you say a prayer, you go inside, you come back to your car. If there's a paper there, just
Jeanette
I don't
says,
know what that
Katie,
is.
she's a walker, a few blocks in the snow, no problem. It's free. Right. I agree. That's kind of like, you know what? And what made me that way is this job. I have really good boots. And if I'm going out and it's
boots are made
snowy,
for walking.
I'm throwing on those Sorels and I am trucking down the block. Paul makes fun of the jacket I've got. It's literally like you've seen it. It's like the sleeping bag. You like
Full
zip it
parka.
up here. You bring it all the way up. You've got your hood. You've got your Sorels. There's not a part of me that's exposed to the elements.
If I'm driving by and I need to stop in Walgreens or anywhere over there and I see that it's absolutely swamped, I will be driving straight home.
Yeah.
No,
No,
way.
see, that
I'll
is
skip
tough
it.
though, because Walgreens, like, then their customers didn't have a
Oh,
spot to park.
That's what Linda just said. If there's no parking, I will drive away. You got to do that little like slow down and everyone behind you is upset
It's-
because you're like, I'm going to go home.
I have found too, if you have the extra 10 minutes and you do like you try to get there a little early, do the little loop around, you can usually find a spot.
I'll tell you
that's
what,
free.
I have never in my life had an extra 10 minutes. I'm always late for something. There's no way.
When Paul's with me, I do not have an extra 10
I
minutes.
barely have the 10 minutes that I
Runs.
planned for.
A little behind.
Speaking about that, let's go to our stress talk.
Oh, because guess what, Taylor? We are
It's
1 minute
Time.
off of the most stressful minute of the day.
Are you feeling stressed right now? Probably not, because we are in our safe space that is the Cuppy Sanctuary. But some people might be experiencing their peak stress right now. 8:15 is the time a lot of people say they are feeling the most stress during the day.
8:15 a.m. How do you guys feel? Are you feeling the stress right now? Here's why. And I have to feel like if you're with us on Second Cup right now, these probably don't apply. So you probably have a little bit of a different schedule, but you can see why this would apply to many people.
For sure.
Running to leave the house on time. Maybe they have to be somewhere at 9. Oversleeping, getting the kids ready for school, looking for lost house keys, and figuring out what to wear.
I said this earlier. It feels like a lot of this could be prevented by a little bit of planning ahead. Obviously, the kids' conversation, totally different. God
Mhm.
bless you if you're raising children, grandchildren, because that would stress me out every hour
Sometimes
of the day.
they're on their own tiny little schedule.
They're doing their own thing.
Mhm.
But I plan on my outfit. So my week starts on Saturday. So on Friday, I like put out like 5 dresses, 5 outfits, and then I do an alternate just in case I want to wear something else. So then I'm not standing there like, oh my gosh, what do I wear in the morning? Like, no, don't have to deal with that. The keys always on the hook. If they're not on the hook, then we have a problem. Oversleeping, I set 12 alarms, a million on this phone, and on my iPad. I will not be oversleeping. It's not happening because we're planning ahead because we don't want to be stressed.
All right, let's take a look at what a lot of people are saying here. Barbara says no stress. Joyce says no stress, retired.
No stress, retired.
Now Mary's
that.
feeling the stress because she's trying to watch the show, but she's got to finish getting dressed to go to work.
See, it's that multitasking when you've got different things you're juggling.
Linda's a happy camper because she's watching Second Cup. Beth's bringing it full circle. Finding parking makes her stressed.
Absolutely.
Carrie works from home, no stress. Went remote during COVID. I have no plans of being back in an office.
Now, would going back to the office stress you? How do you feel about that?
Sweet little Erin Phillips, who works with us. This is her, but at 12:15 a.m. because she's got a
Exactly.
backwards schedule.
That's your. A lot of people can get stressed at 12.
Mary, I'm not stressed now, but I get stressed toward the end of the month, hoping I can make it with the money we have until Social Security Day.
You know what? I will say, so getting paid bi-weekly, I feel like I have like my rich week and I'm like, ooh, we just got paid. And then I have my broke week and I'm like, not sure we're going to make it past. Not sure we're going to cut through. We're going to have the
Her
Dollar
rich week
General.
and her broke week.
Well, it's because during my rich week, I act like I have it all. I'm like, buy it, put it in the cart. Let's do it. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's-
Taylor. Oh my God. You need
and then
to
the
follow.
next week, I'm like,
You need to follow Price Tracker.
you
With
know,
morning anchor Katie.
That's not happening. I'm throwing it all in. I don't care where I'm
What
going.
are we? Give me an example of what we're buying that we say I have money this week. I'm buying it.
So my issue is just like random Amazon things.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, ooh, I kind of need that. Ooh, I kind of want that. Ooh, like
Can I have one example?
like random stuff that I bought on Amazon. Sometimes I get like little tech gear. Like I bought little things on Temu, like little like lav mics and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
probably didn't need
Little
that.
tech gear. I use that for work.
Yeah, I use
Clothes?
that for work. I don't buy a ton of clothes.
Okay.
I try to be good. Well, I did think about buying today.
There we go.
The WNBA draft was yesterday, and Angel Reese is one of my favorite players, and my dog's name is Reese. So if I get a jersey, that'd be cool. It is $50. I did not buy it yet. Adam Campos did tell me I should buy it. I didn't buy it yet. But that's
$50 seems reasonable for a jersey, but is this
It's not a jersey, it's a t-shirt.
Is this with $50
For
does
like-
not seem reasonable for a
like
t-shirt?
number on the back. It's like a jersey t-shirt thing.
Okay, we're going to talk about that after the show. Anita, I really liked your comment because she said getting the dog to go out and go poop is the most stressful part of her morning. Anita, I have been there.
My Aunt Diane's judging me. She says 12 alarms on my. It's a little bit of exaggeration.
Well, so I was saying and you have Reese too, if Paul, I know, isn't making it back till a little bit later in the morning, maybe
Yeah.
he's going to brunch at Bertha's or something. I will take Bandit out to go to the bathroom, the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you got to go potty. You got to go potty.
I'm
And the dog's like,
constantly-
it is 3 a.m.
Reese is a long sniffer. She's like taking her time, being real annoying about the entire thing. And I'm like, if this dog
Uh-huh.
says it because she's going to make me late. So I agree with you on the dog stress.
Joyce is with you, Taylor. She says, and then you plan your kids' outfits the night before. I have friends who will do that. Or if their kids start to get really picky about what they wear, because I think they do hit a point where they get picky, they can pick out their outfit the night
Yeah,
before, but
set
they
out some
have to then
options.
pick that. Or they can put out 2 outfits and then they have to pick one or the other. We're not making changes in the morning.
Yeah.
This is what my friend was
But
telling
kids
me.
like the choice. What do you want to wear today? How are you
She's
feeling?
like, sometimes if you have 2 outfits and you're like, this one or this one, but we're not making any other choices. Like,
Yeah.
that's good.
Some people agree with me. Joy says, I'm buying a jersey. I do not care. I think Jordan said she's the same way. She buys clothes, perfume. On that rich week, you are unstoppable.
Are you
I'm
on
like,
your rich week or your poor week?
Well, we're approaching rich week, so we are a couple days away from rich
Approaching
week,
rich
but tax refunds came in, so now every week is rich week, but not really. But I'm like, ooh, we talked about Rachel's earlier, and I was like, maybe I will get Rachel's for lunch when realistically I need to be eating the lunch that I have at home. But I did compromise on that, so I do want Rachel's, but I'm not going to get the whole thing. I'm just going to get a side of Greek fries and eat what I have at home.
Okay.
So then that's not that bad.
That's a good idea. Haley says she has several stress opportunities this morning, but she's talking herself through them at the moment and listening to us.
How do you talk yourself through that? Like, help us out. Give us some tips, because if everyone's experiencing this kind of thing, whether it be at 8:15, 12:15, 6:15, we all got to find a way to push through that. So
A
what
lot
are
of
the things you say to yourself?
Big stress person. When I'm a big anxiety person, I overthink everything. I'm always worried about stuff. This is just life for me.
Yeah, I am a pretty stressed person, and it really doesn't really have like a rhyme or reason. I will just find myself, I literally have to be like, wait a minute, let's step back. What exactly are we stressing about right now? Do we need to be stressing out about it? Is it going to impact me?
Says-
Will we be okay?
Taylor, here's your advice. Breathe. Just breathe.
Hmm.
Howard, I'm going to pull up your advice too, because I like this. And I talked to all of the people in the newsroom about this because I'm the old person now, as I've learned. Remember retirement, plan for the future.
But I want stuff.
Are you putting into your 401k?
Yeah, that's
you
none of my
putting-
business. I don't even look at it. I don't even see it. I don't
Okay,
touch it.
very
I have
good.
no idea. I checked it like recently.
Okay,
It's doing well. I don't
good.
pay attention.
Good. Okay.
That's for me.
You want to put in at least the match. That's what I say to everybody here.
that
And they all
goes
say they
in.
don't have any money. And I say, you do have the money to do that. I know you have the money to do that.
Yeah.
It's only a little bit.
I try to do that. I try to save. I'm really trying to be better this year. I was trying to work on my financial stability. So.
Howard, thank you for looking for all of our futures.
But also treat yourself. Get a little something.
Taylor,
Just a little.
treat yourself.
Treat yourself day, like Parks and Rec.
I'm really funny because I will go back and forth over like a purchase. Like there's a purse that I've had my eye on and a pair of
Get
earrings
it.
that I've had my eye on. These,
Get it.
these 2 things that I've been watching. And we're talking months.
All get it.
We're talking months. And this is where it comes into play because he knows that I like watch this stuff. And he's like, well, babe, just send me the link. I'll get it for you. And I'm like, no, Paul, not the point because all the money's the same.
Yeah. Well, no.
But Paul would be the person who would just get it.
if you don't check your bank account, then there are no issues.
Oh my God.
You just don't have to look and see what's going on. Yeah.
Are you
Applause
putting
in the
into
back.
your 401k?
Oh, John.
Is that a real answer? The answer for those who couldn't hear was maybe, I don't know. I think I'm doing that. We're going to go ahead and take a look after this. I actually helped Ed do it. I mean, we are talking again. This was 10 years ago. I helped him get it all set up and like figure out what he wanted to put into it.
My issue is like, I'll try to do all that stuff and I'll be responsible. And I'm like, boo, poor week. Like, I'm sad. I don't have any money. And then like my car was like, making like that kind of noise. And I go and like, that cost me $600, like what was supposed to be my rich week. And I was like, wait,
What was it?
I think it was like time. Like I had like 50,000 miles
Oh,
situation
oh.
and like rough winter at my little Honda Civic. And
Got it.
we
Okay.
got it together. But like,
Marguerite says maybe you'd have some money if you returned what you didn't want.
Marguerite knows I don't like to return stuff. It will stay in my house or I'll throw it away. I hate returns. Ed and I talk about this all the time. The last thing I want to do on this earth after I go to the store and go through the pain of buying something or ordering it is wrapping
You
it
can
back
go to
up.
Kohl's.
I don't want
free
to go. I don't want to go
returns.
anywhere.
I'll go for you. Give me your
go,
phone.
I'm gonna go there and get stuff, and then it's not even. It won't be worth it. I hate returning stuff. I either won't buy it if I don't think it's gonna be perfect for me, or
Oh,
If I have to return it, it will not get returned. Someone got me an iPad
There you
case.
go.
It was the wrong size. Didn't return it.
My mom's coming through with some advice for you this morning. That's terrible advice.
Play that Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. Love that.
Anita says she hates returns too.
It's so annoying to me, and I don't know why. It just is so tedious. Like even like Christmas gifts or anything. If you get me a Christmas gift, it'll never get returned.
You guys are crazy. Really? We're going to have to look this up further. We got to go. I know I'm getting them. Well, John, this is a good topic. We should look into this return thing. We'll do this another day.
returns.
Bye, guys. Have a great
See you
day.
guys later.
It's been fun.